Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the #3 team in the country, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Yellow Jackets will boot it away to start the game. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Bulldogs racing to the line in a hurry-up. The Dogs picked up their hearts and stuffed them right back into their chest and pulled out a close one last time.
Yeah, definitely.
Fires and picked off. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Looking to throw on second down. Finds his big tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw on third down. Fires it down the seam. Grabs it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
Great throw, great catch. I know you smelt the pylon and you wanted to get in the end zone, but now you got first and goal set up in a great position to succeed.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. And the Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. You don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
That's caught. It's Hodges. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. They'll go to the ground. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football. Third and goal coming up here. Using the quick game. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they created a negative play.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll return it. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
Getting some nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat, and you're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out, a little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, the lead is still 4. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah, and I think sometimes that will cause for you to be a little bit conservative, but keep doing you. Put that behind. It's one mistake, Jesse. Move on.
I've always been a fan of getting that guy who fumbled it, the ball back early. You got to let that guy turn the page. They need him to make plays if they're going to win this game.
Movement here from the tight end. Here's the handoff. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these two programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college football playoff. You knew these two teams were on a collision course. That's the opportunity ahead of you to go get it done in front of a lot of eyeballs watching. Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Quarterback checking off. They'll run play action. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got a man. It's Hodges. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Running back goes in motion. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance on fourth down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
Open space at the 25. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. The give to the tailback. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rush.
And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense just cradling that fumble.
What a play by the defense. With their backs against the wall in a goal line type situation, they're able to force a fumble and jump on it. That is how you change momentum in a game.
His coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He'll pick up 3 before he's downed at the 6.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
You can hear yourself think on third and goal. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this...
And the pass is intercepted. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. A great spot to start this drive for the offense. From the gun, running back on the move. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now of this coaching staff as well. And doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Steps away. He's right on target. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field.
He's just got a knack, doesn't he? Just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Dialing up the second down pass play. He's got an open man. Turns it on in midfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. They'll throw it on first down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Stands in and takes the hit. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Going up top on first down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And he's going to try to return this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Motion from the offense. Right back to the well. Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19. The Yellow Jackets are in the hurry up. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Yellow Jackets will punt it away on fourth down. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They go to the ground. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Here comes the hurry up. Touch pass on the right. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, he'll fire. Catch in the middle, it's Hodges. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They're bringing heat. Finds his big tight end. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Got his man on the right. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. After getting knocked down behind the line, it's 2nd and goal from the 7. He looks that one in nicely. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
He goes in for the 2, and now they've got it down to 10. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years coaching everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Quick strike complete. At the 40, there he goes. Smashes through the tackle. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll throw it on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets in the field.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations, because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
Oh, it's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back and make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
From the gun, the running back has it. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Georgia going up tempo. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Hodges. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon.
And that ball's on the ground behind the line. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. They'll put the tight end in motion. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He turns that loose down the right side. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. The quick out. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The rambling wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. He's going to pass. Now adjusting. He's looking on the right side. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Yellow Jackets in the hurry up. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
And that's a big play for the defense. Playing at home, you're trailing. You need to create takeaways. You got to get the ball back. Nice job breaking on that one and knocking it away.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Ohio State is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly putting the Buckeye leads on those helmets just yet. This is a tight one in Columbus. They're up by 10 over Michigan. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hand off from the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a gap. It's Hodges. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball in the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But show that defense. You will attack everyone.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Here we go. 3rd down and 1. Let's see what you're made of. He'll be stopped short, picks up 1, but they're facing 4th and 1. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On 4th down, going to the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. A first down for the offense. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
And the Yellow Jackets get enough to move the chain.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Yellow Jackets enter the final minute of play, trying to run out the clock. They'll run it from the gun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Leaves it with the running back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. A high kick trying to pin them deep. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's looking to throw it. He's taking the deep shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights.